valley voices are singing, bells are ringing, dance, everyone dance. Come to the valley, run through, the clover harvest is over, dance, everyone dance. Dance where the corn was high, under a golden sky, dance where the wine was born, dance, everyone dance. Whirl and turn about, lift up your arms and shout, join hands, skip along, dance, everyone dance. Turn left, turn right, hold tight, lift your feet, the heart will follow, lift your voice, fill the hollow, spread your wings like the swallow, spread your wings like the swallow, fly away, greet the day, dance, dance, everybody dance. Nagila hava, nagila vedas mahava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila vedas mahava. Havanera nina, havanera nina, havanera nina vedas mahava. Havanera nina, havanera nina, havanera nina vedas mahava.
This goes out to all the youth groups out there.
Shabbat Shalom. Let me invite everyone to come in and grab a seat. Congregation Or Ami never starts after the exact time that we said. We believe that your time and God's time are important. So if you look at your clocks now, please note that COAST, Congregation Or Ami Standard Time, it's now 6:30. Let's start.
Actually, I was going to say it a little differently. Next services will be starting 9.5 minutes early.
That's it. Okay.
Grab a chair, grab a friend in the chair next to you. Wait, no, that didn't sound right. Grab a song sheet. You see a song sheet next to you? And we're going to begin with song number 2. Song number 2, Lord, Prepare Me. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Song number 3. Lechi lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi lach. Lechi lach. And I shall make your name great. Lech lecha. And all shall praise your name. Lechi lach, on your choice that I will show you. You shall be a blessing. L'simchat chayim. L'simchat chayim. Lechi lach.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Shabbat services here at Congregation Or Ami. We call this Shabbat Balagan.
Shabbat Balagan.
Balagan means crazy. I see some of my college students, but our college students back here are awesome. Oh, another one. And all our teens. It is a Shabbat of craziness, of joy, of sweetness as we celebrate here so many simchas and recognize so many bittersweet moments also. I'm Rabbi Paul Kipnis. This is Cantor Doug Kotler. This is Rabbi Julia Weiss. On the bima with us are our Madrachei Shirah, our song leader group, with Noah Diamondstein, one of our rabbinic students, helping out. Tonight, we are going to honor our faculty, honor our Madrachim, our teaching assistants. We are going to be honoring one of our rabbinic interns, Laurie Levine, as she prepares to be ordained rabbi on Sunday. We're going to say goodbye. We're going to congratulate and then say goodbye to two of our interns. We're saying goodbye to Julie Bressler and Sarah Rosenbaum-Jones, who is also getting a Master in Arts of Jewish Education on Monday. We have Mituation, which is our graduation from our MITs, which are Madrachim in Training, which are teaching assistants in training. We're going to say a couple of prayers in the midst of that, talk a little bit about our Israel trip. So we start a little late, but don't worry, we should be out of here by Wednesday. We want to welcome all of you who are worshiping with us on the live stream. Thank you to Jacob Bronstein, Bronze Productions, for helping make that possible. Let us light some candles. I'd like to bring up...
I'd like to call up all the Madrachim. If you'll please come up, Madrachim.
La 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 la.
Light is a common theme in Judaism. Light is part of our creation story. Light brings in the beginning of Shabbat when we light our 2 Shabbat candles as we're doing now. And light ends Shabbat when we light our multi-wicked Havdalah candle. And light is the symbol of our congregation because Ora Mi means the light of my people, and our logo is a flame, always burning brightly. You Madrachim, teachers' assistants in the classroom, helpers in the kitchen, cleaners and dinner servers and organizers in the noshery, role models to our younger students, counselors in our retreat cabins, tutors to our Hebrew students that need one-on-one learning, partners with Jen and myself, friends to fellow teens, you bring light to our congregation. You are the light. Thank you for all of the hours and energy you put in to make sure that our kids bond with each other. They learn from one another and from each of you. They felt safe and comfortable in their second home. You are special to me and special to this congregation. Madrachim, the lights of our community, you help us bring light to this Shabbat by lighting the Shabbat candles. And when we watch the flames dance tonight, and each Shabbat, may you remember how much light you bring to this community. Page 2 for our Shabbat candle blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner V'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat Yalalai, yalalai Yalalai, yalalai
Thank you, God.
Yalalai, yalalai
And now we would like to call up our MITs, our 8th graders, 8th grade Madrachim in training. Cantor, the song. Yes, song.
Madrachim in Training, or MIT, is a part of Ora Mi's Triple T Tracks for Temple Teens program. MITs are 8th graders who spend the year learning about teaching, classroom management, lesson planning, and monitoring younger students. This prepares us to become Madrachim 9th through 12th grade teachers, assistants in Kesher, Hebrew, and Mishpacha classrooms. I was transformed by being a MIT because of the people I met and the many tasks I completed. I've become so much closer with the other MITs and the Madrachim around the temple. I've written many programs and worked hard on organizing them, and I've learned so much as a MIT. It has made me a better person, and I've become a stronger leader. Because of MITs, I can't wait to be a Madrachim and help kids at the temple, and I'm glad I got to observe the other Madrachim, and it really inspired me to become one.
Being a MIT taught me how to be a leader, stay calm when under pressure, and work with younger students. Because of MITs, I can't wait to work in a classroom and be a role model to younger students.
MITS has helped me grow because I've learned so many teaching techniques from the great Sensei Imogen. Because of MITS, I can't wait to run programs with all the program writing techniques I've learned from being a MIT.
I feel like the best thing I learned as a MIT to become a Madrich is program writing and my social skills. I think it will help me because I can reach out to people more easily and help people if they need help writing programs.
I was transformed by being a MIT. It helped me grow by giving me the skills needed for leadership. Because of MITs, I can't wait to do more programs here.
Being a MIT has taught me so much about running programs and being with the kids. I feel like I can be a leader and be even more connected with Ora Mi, more than I've ever been before.
Okay. So my hope for all of you is that moving forward, that you continue to love being a part of our community and use everything that you've taken from this year into being incredible Madrahim role models. It's your roles at this temple that make Ormy the warm, safe space that it is. So thank you for everything that you've done this year and everything you're going to continue to do.
This is our infamous Mit Talit. Each year that we have had a mituation, a graduation from our Madrahim in training to our full-fledged Madrahim, which is what's happening right now, they've had an opportunity to sign the Talit. So this is I believe our fourth class that's been able to sign. Our Mits. We wrap you in this Talit similarly to when you were wrapped in your own Talit when becoming Bar or Bat Mitzvah. This is to remind you of the love that surrounds you today. The love of your teacher Jen, Rabbi Paul, Cantor Doug, and myself, the love of your peers around you, the love of the children you mentored, and the love of your community. May this memory and this moment serve as a reminder of the impact you make as teens involved in synagogue life and remind you that Ormy's doors are always open for each of you. We hope that in a few years, you will be the 12th graders standing on this bima about to be confirmed. The legacy of mentorship and leadership lives on with each of you. Congratulations, Mazal Tov. You are now officially mituated from Mitz to Madrahim, and in honor of them becoming Madrahim, they will get clipboards that they get to keep for our 4th through 6th grade retreat, which is, as they know, a very big deal. We have personal clipboards and a gift to thank each of you. Congratulations.
Mazel tov. We'll continue with the Baruch Hu. It's in our prayer book on page 26.
Please rise. I'd like to invite up one of our rabbinic interns, Julie Bressler, to join me up here on the bima. Get it, okay. Please be seated. That's good. Okay. The next prayer we're about to sing is Shema, and we'll lead into it with listen. A prayer that reminds us that in a world where people are talking and talking and talking and talking, we do a lot better if people just stop for a moment and listened. We say goodbye tonight to Julie Bressler, our rabbinic intern, who has been here after furious counting for 4 years, 2 as a teacher on the faculty of Mishpacha, once as our Mishpacha coordinator, and now as our rabbinic intern for our Shmirat HaGuf HaNefesh, our project caring for the teen body, mind, and spirit that we're pleased to announce has been funded with a grant from Jewish Federation for the second year in a row. Julie, you have taught us to listen. You have taught us that if this is truly to be a safe space for our young people, our preteens and our teens, younger and older, for our families, for our adults, that we all need to learn how to listen in a different way. Not just to hear the words, but to hear the ideas that are coming beneath. Not a trained therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist. You brought together people trained from this congregation to get their ideas. You brought the best minds from out in the community here. You trained the clergy and our faculty and leadership, our office staff, our bookkeeper, how to listen, how to understand the depth of what's going on in people's lives so that we can do what we want to do, which is to be there. Well, you were here and taught us how to do it, and now you have to be somewhere else. Next year, you'll be at Temple Emmanuel in Beverly Hills to get one more rabbinic intern experience in a large congregation to prepare you to be ordained a year from May. And we will miss you terribly. But we know that your heart and soul are part of this community. The work you created will continue on with other interns. And we will always know that when we want to talk, when someone else is talking at us, we should just slow down, right? And listen. Mazal tov and goodbye.
If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your mind. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen, listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen, listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappears, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen, listen to our God. You can hear it from
We'll continue with Mi Chamocha, which is on the top of page 40.
To present to Julie before she goes on her way. One of which, it's not actually just a grocery bag, but this is actually a 5-year planning journal, if you know about the bullet journals. Julie is, we knew she'd be excited about this. 10-year? 5-year. And it allows her to plan whatever she decides to the next 5 years. It's a beautifully bound journal. We'll let her open. And this comes from your faculty and staff. Julie created an incredible program during our teen retreat, and we gathered all kinds of words that describe Julie. And the object of it was, this was a support pillow for our teens, and they did something similar to this, so we made her own ORME support pillow. And we turn to page 44 for Vishamar.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
is for the Amidah, page 48.
Lai, 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 da, 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 lai, lai, da, 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VeHaNorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekone Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Hakim Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarai.
Page 50.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מכלכל הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורפא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו. להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי
Page 52.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We now take a few moments for silent prayers, and when you are finished, you may be seated. If you'd like to pray the words on the pages, we're looking at page 52 through 60, and you may be seated when finished. If I can ask the faculty when they're done with their silent prayer to come up here, please. I'd like to introduce you to Sarah Rosenbaum-Jones, who was our Mishpacha Chavra coordinator this year.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I want to take this opportunity to publicly acknowledge the Mishpacha faculty. Will you guys step forward? Beautiful. We're missing Gina tonight. Yeah, Andrew has subbed enough times this year that he's one of us. And I just want to acknowledge the fact that this was the world's best Mishpacha faculty of all time. I just want to thank you all for the energy and the enthusiasm and the open-mindedness you came with every single week. Had y'all do some crazy stuff, and you were always willing to just go with the flow and be creative and put all your heart into this program. And I know I feel very lucky to have worked with you, and I know our Mishpacha families feel equally as lucky, if not more, to have learned from you and gotten to know you this year. And I will miss you very much next year. This was a real wonderful team we had. So thanks for all of your hard work.
Thank you.
And for each one of you, whatever role you were in, however you taught this year, we consider you all our faculty family. Once the Israelites received the 10 Commandments from Mount Sinai, they needed a place to keep them as they wandered through the desert to the Promised Land. God instructed the Israelites to build a mishkan, a tabernacle, a portable ark, and a place to meet with God. During construction, all the Jews donated, men and women, their jewelry and precious stones and other valuable materials. And everyone, men and women, children, the elderly, teenagers, even little pishers, all contributed their talents, their uniqueness. This tabernacle became a prototype to the future temple built in Jerusalem, one of the holiest of places, especially because everyone from the community contributed. These incredible human beings, our Orami faculty, each bring their own talents, their own uniqueness to this community, and have built a tabernacle, a holy space for children and teens to learn and grow, wrestle with complex ideas, connect with one another, and find healthy role models like each of you. Thank you for bringing your talents to this place and this amazing community. Thank you for all of your time and energy poured into lesson plans and holiday programs, to Fila singing, and even pouring water during dinner. We all make a fantastic team, an incredible family. Thank you for all that you did. And in appreciation, each of you are going to receive your own Orami blanket that says on it, "Come home to Orami," so you can think about us when you're here and when you're not. So thank you for all of you and all of your hard work. You are all wonderful. And if you will go ahead and get off the bima, and you will get your, or maybe go that way so you can get your present from Rabbi Paul. Thank you to each of you. We continue with Shalom Rav, page 60.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים Israel
This year, Congregation Orami took on a lofty task. We wanted to bring discussions of mental health and wellness and awareness to the whole community. And through programs, trainings, and conversations, we worked hard to end this stigma and teach that wellness encompasses all. Jewish tradition knows this call and has known this for centuries, for millennia. Our prayer for healing, Misha Berach, asks us for prayers of healing for needs of the body, the mind, and the spirit. It knew that healing is much more than physical health. Tonight, as before we offer the words of Misha Berach, a prayer for all of those in need of healing, I invite all of us in this community to share out loud the names that we are thinking of, that we're holding in our hearts, of people in need of healing. So as I move my hand around the sanctuary, I invite you to share the names of those you are thinking of and their relationship to you. Tonight, we ask for prayers of healing for
Marilyn Weiss and Gay Stroback, friends. My brother is Mark Wolfson and Jim Wilson. Friend Fred Fleischman. His daughter Frances.
Father-in-law Jack and my stepdad Doug. Mom Mary and my friend
We join in the words of Misha Berach on page 253.
It's now my honor to call up Erev Rav, or Almost Rabbi, Lori Levine. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs teaches that at the end of the book of Numbers in Torah, Moses' career as a leader has come to an end. He appoints Joshua his successor, and it is Joshua who leads the people into the promised land. it seems as if Moses has achieved everything he was supposed to achieve. However, in the last month of his life, he gathers the people and delivers God's words to them. There were laws and history in the speeches he relayed to the Israelites. He taught them to act as holy people. These speeches are found in the last book of our Torah, Deuteronomy, in Hebrew, Devarim, which literally means words. The book of Deuteronomy, more than any of the 5 books of Torah, teaches and explains who Jews are and why they do what they do. Simon Sinek, in his TED Talk lecture, says, transformative leaders are those who start with the why. Moses gave the people their why in the book of Deuteronomy. In the other books of Torah, Moses was the miracle worker. But now, Moses is the teacher. The leader becomes the teacher. Knowing that he would not be around forever, he helped the people form their vision with hope in their hearts to succeed without him. Lori, you are our Moses. In so many ways, you helped give us our why. You crafted and implemented a tefillah, prayer and music and dance time for kids of all ages. K through 6th graders who can stand on this bima proudly and help lead prayers for the rest of the community. You led and inspired and taught a group of adults energized to make a difference in the world, especially around homelessness in Los Angeles. You taught teens tools to incorporate Judaism into their art mediums. You shaped intergenerational relationships of teens and adults through social action and tikkun olam work. Lori, you pushed and challenged and reflected with the clergy and staff, the faculty to think big and differently about holiday programs, Shabbat services, organizing work. And knowing you would not be here forever, like Moses, you helped us craft a solid vision for our homelessness work. You taught our incoming interns the tools to lead prayer time for the little ones and how to continue inspiring our teens to do social justice work and make an impact. Thank you for being our teacher and our leader. Thank you for being our friend and our partner. Thank you for being our rabbi. Give me 1 second, pause, present. So, to present to Lori, I'm going to unwrap your gift. We would like to, on behalf of the congregation, has presented you with a Talmud. I believe you're getting a Talmud. And your sentimental gift is an album that contains a couple of different things in it. The first couple pages contain gift cards in St. Louis for coffee, manicure, frozen custard, the Arch to go with Joe to go see the Arch, and a couple others. And then inside, all of your kids, all the faculty, all the clergy, all the staff wrote you notes, and there are pictures of each of the groups that you impacted as well in this album, along with, we know Lori so well, a guidebook to St. Louis as well, and we hope that you cherish all of that along your way. Congratulations.
Semen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, semen tov, semen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, semen tov, semen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, semen tov,
Wow. Good thing I prepared a few words, or I would not know what to say right now. Shabbat Shalom, my Orami family. At my last meeting with the Sukkot Shalom community organizing team from Orami, I shared the following text. Rabbi Tarfon used to say, "The day is short, the work is much, the workers are lazy, the reward is great, and the boss is pressing." He also used to say, "It is not your responsibility to finish the task, but neither are you free to opt out of it." This saying from Pirkei Avot, a collection of rabbinic wisdom, perfectly expresses to me the simple truth of what it means to be a leader and what it has meant to me to be the rabbinic intern for Congregation Orami. Many times, there was work to be done and a pressing deadline to meet. The reward was always incredibly sweet. In certain moments, I was responsible for carrying out the work that someone else had started. And in other times, I started something new that other people would need to complete, but I would never be there to see. I want to take the opportunity now, as I begin this sacred weekend of officially becoming a rabbi, to say thank you to all of you. First, to the clergy team of this, our second home, this sanctuary of kindness. Rabbi Paul, from the first Mishpacha program I wrote to our last meeting, you have been a great source of wisdom to me. Over countless meals, meetings, and car rides together, you have inspired me over and over again to be like you, a rabbi who works tirelessly to build a community where every single person who comes through those doors feels loved, seen, and appreciated. I know you will always be there for me as my mentor, and now as my colleague, to challenge me and celebrate with me along this sacred path. Rabbi Julia, you are an important mentor for me as well, but you have also become a teacher, a friend, a thought partner, and a role model. It has been a pleasure watching you bring your energy and thoughtfulness to what is a real labor of love for you, our community organizing work here at Orami. As an educator with Mishpacha and with Kesher, you taught me to cherish and know every child for who they are, from the youngest tots to the most mature teens. I know I am a better rabbi and educational leader because of our work together. Cantor Doug. As you remember, we first sang together on the bima at my synagogue where I grew up in New Jersey, when I was a member of the junior choir, and you were there to be our musician for the weekend. Since my childhood, I, along with so many others around the world, have been drawing strength, laughter, and connection to my neshama, my Jewish soul, from your music. In my 3 years here, we have prayed and sat in community together, and so many times I have been privileged to learn from you and sit at your feet. Thank you for everything you have done to help build this place that we all treasure. Thank you to our president, Fred Gruber, and the board for your leadership and allowing me to really become a part of this community that we all love so much. I've appreciated the times you invited me to sit in and watch you work behind the scenes. Most importantly, thank you for trusting me and our community organizing team to lead Orami in advocating for the most needy among us. Thank you to the entire community core organizing team, members past and present. The experience of working with each of you has changed me personally and as a rabbi. I'm only going to say this once, so listen. Please know that you have made a difference for the over 57,000 people experiencing homelessness in Los Angeles County every day. Everyone at Orami has been a witness to that fact. From the push to get everyone to vote in a special election that we thought no one would ever vote in, to our interfaith action here in our sanctuary and our educational work. Together, we have muddled through tough times and celebrated big, amazing wins. I know that your next chapter will be an exciting one, and that you will lead our justice work forward with grace, humor, and hard work. To our students in Kesher and Mishpacha, and all of our amazing madrichim, you are all spectacular. Even though I was one of the grown-ups you had to spend time with while you were here, you have really been my biggest teachers. I hope you will all continue to call Orami your second Jewish home and to come here as you learn and grow together along your Jewish journeys. To Sarah Rosenbaum-Jones and to Julie Bressler, I could not have asked for a better group of fellow interns. We have been a gaggle, a team, and a cohort, and I wouldn't trade that experience for the world. I have loved brainstorming with you, jumping into projects together, supporting each other, dressing up in crazy costumes, and going for after-work treats. I will miss seeing you here and at school, and I wish you all the best. And I know that whatever is next for you, you will undoubtedly run the show, and with a smile. Thank you to the rest of the ORME staff team, both the fabulous people in our office and all of the faculty I've had the privilege to work with. I have loved being with you and working with you so much and getting to know you. You are the reason that ORME is so wonderful, and I am proud to know each and every one of you. Finally, thank you to everyone who is here, for all those who are physically here tonight, everyone praying on the live stream, and those who are present in spirit. I have been honored to come through this place, and I hope that I have been able to make a difference in some small way. ORME will always have a special place in my heart.
I'd like to call up our other two interns to join us up here. As a community, we have brought forth over 40 rabbinic students and education students, now rabbis and educators all over the country, who, like these three wonderful people, actually a fourth who became our other rabbi, are leading, right? You're once an intern and now you're the rabbi.
2 years.
We have trained people on a unique kind of Judaism, one that is joyous and meaningful, that takes social justice and brings it and makes it deep, that takes our youth and tells them, this place is yours, rise up and take it and lead us, that makes our families understand that during the hard times, we're here for you to cry, to laugh and support. And so we say goodbye to you, and to you, and to Rabbi you. But not you. A little bit as you have a baby. But Cantor Doug, Rabbi Julia, and I, and this whole congregation ORME want to say thank you. And we want to send you off with a blessing, a tfilat haderech, a special blessing to guide your steps as you go on your way. The prayer is number 5 on the song sheets. Let's all sing it to these interns.
Guide our steps, light our way, help us be strong, lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Keep the ones whom we love secure from the storm, lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Bless the work we have done, all our hopes, all our dreams. Lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Watch over us as we go, and in peace bring us home. Lechaim, lesimcha, leshalom. Amen. watch over us as we go, and in peace bring us
This is so uncharacteristic. Thank you.
You all have to know how rigid Rabbi Paul is about stopping the service and taking a photograph. We're all going to remember this moment, Rabbi.
Yeah, you know, you have to every so often. Wow. So much going on. So much excitement. I'd be remiss if we didn't take a moment to just recognize that 1 week ago,
I got it.
1 week ago, Cantor Doug, myself, our wives, and 38 other congregants, 37 other congregants, were in Medinat Yisrael, Eretz Yisrael, the state, the land of Israel, enjoying and celebrating an incredible Aliyat HaNefesh, a mission. Should I use the other mic? I'm still getting the...
You're
okay.
Right. Yeah,
a mission of a spiritual journey. Every morning, Cantor Doug would get on the bus and tell us about what was going to happen, or important things about Israel.
Boker Tov, good morning everyone, and welcome to Israel.
And it was an incredible trip, and we went up and down and all over, and the stories are so many. By the way, if you're interested, our next Israel trip is going to be in the last 2 weeks of June 2019, a family, multi-generational trip. On May 30th, we're going to have a meeting here to talk about it. It is going to open up, and it is going to close down really quickly because we're going to fill up the bus. So think about it. Come with your rabbi and Cantor, one of your rabbis and Cantor, and enjoy this experience.
That's 13 months from now.
13 months from now.
But the meeting's in a few weeks.
Yeah, and registration will open, and then it'll close out. How long did it, the last trip, we opened on a Sunday and closed on a Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it was just so. But I've been thinking about it. I wanted to share with you just a nugget of the experience, what it was like. And the problem was, when you travel from one end of the world to the other, it's hard to get your thoughts together because of jet lag. And how many of you who are on the trip just don't seem to sleep through the night yet? I almost made it. Well, the first night I got back on a Friday, and that night I went to services at the beach, which was wonderful and stupid. And then it was okay because I stayed up late and got into bed.
Wait, just to be clear, the services were wonderful, but you were going there right
when
after
I
getting
flew
off
in
the plane.
at 12. It was just
the service was
the service was wonderful.
Okay.
Oh, it was great. Andrew was great. Everybody, but our interns, everybody was. But the problem was, I went to bed at I think 8 o'clock or maybe 9 o'clock. Michelle will tell us, and then at about 3:30. My mind opened up, and I found myself starting to think, and I didn't want to wake Michelle, so I went into the den and sat down on the green couch and put my feet up and started to cogitate on some ideas, and so I wanted to get them down. And so I call this jet lag at 3:30 a.m. In the middle of the night, as the stars still twinkle bright, as coyotes reunite, their howling causing fright, I'm getting more and more uptight because the sun is out of sight. My mind's neurons are alight, connecting explosively like dynamite. Thumbs on iPhone furiously type like that Hamilton playwright. There's no inspiration or insight. Nothing really rises to brilliance to copyright. I'm just pissed. Ooh, that's impolite. That I'm lying awake past big night. There's no nighttime ladder like that Torah Jacobite just fleeing sleep. How do I extradite? I'm so tired. Is that all right? Because I'm a transplanted Canaanite. On the night after my international flight where I enjoyed my Jewish birthright, I am awake. Thinking about our trip to the Holy Land with 41 others, now a band whose love of Zion has been fanned, who have been harmonized to understand with ideas once contraband, that nuance and complexity they now demand, and each issue has an ampersand going beyond the cable news stand, beyond sloganeering which they must withstand, history, politics, and religion that we must understand as we love our Jewish homeland, which is also Palestine, their motherland. Oy, such thinking once contraband opened up worlds to contemplate that were unplanned in the midst of memories so grand. Of Jerusalem, of gold, we saw firsthand Tel Aviv and Jaffa. Our eyes had scanned Shabbat on that Jordan River, our Rio Grande, celebrating that Arab Jewish women's olive-growing collective. Give them a hand. Listening to peace-loving Palestinians and Jewish young firebrands, and buying special needs-grown tulip wines, cash in hand, emoting at Ben-Gurion's grave in the Negev fatherland, contemplating life after Yad Vashem's collection of Nazi armbands, amazed at Eilat and Petra and our sun-induced skin tan, and at Kibbutz Lotan's echo building with mud, straw, and sand. We ate too much, that was unplanned. Delicious beef, Chateaubriand, fresh veggies from the central Galilean farmland, too much falafel and hummus and shawarma in amounts we should have withstand that did damage to our digestive gland. Then I was talking to our Israeli niece, soon to be wearing a wedding band, and the other niece is brilliant biological computer science sleight of hand, and Lana's brilliant guiding a concert grand. Oi, our travel agent, too many memories I must reprimand because I gotta go to sleep. Well, it's time to say goodbye to the jet lag I must defy. No tossing, turning, or deep sigh. I'm back to bed to rectify that lack of nighttime sleepy eye from a trip to Israel, a splendid spiritual high, a foreign country now demystified, a complex place once oversimplified, a love buried deeply in my heart which makes me cry. I remember our closing circle, not one dry eye, as we went to say goodbye to each other in the Holy Land, each wondering why. All we hear about are those war cries, not the majority of peace seekers. Where's our Versailles? We need a Moses on Mount Sinai, or a peace-preaching reform rabbi to show us the way forward and identify the shared love that really underlies that sacred place that preoccupies our far-off hearts, our inner third eye. Next year in Jerusalem, we all prescribe, but my tearing up, exhausted eye tells me, "Nay, try to go to sleep." Oi, the sun's now peeking through. I'm still writing. The sun's now peeking in. I'm still writing. That's my sin. This jet lag is really going to win. Cue that maudlin violin. As I think about Israel, my conjoined twin, and the love that's always been a centering place here within, claiming my heart and my very skin. So after 2 weeks in Zion, jet lag's akin to taking it once more on the chin for a trip to settle in where milk and honey still flows in. So I give up. I cannot win. It's biological jet lag. It ain't no sin. It's 6:30, a new day. Hey, let's begin. Darn it, I'm still awake. I'd like to invite forward our president, Fred Gruber. You gotta follow that.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. That trip was really amazing. So, Shabbat is really special for me, so I'm thrilled and delighted that we're all here tonight together, particularly with all of the gratitude that we've all shared here so far tonight. For me, I look at Shabbat as the way to end my work week and get a cathartic moment with spiritual time and thought and reflection through Torah. And so, to me, for all of us to be here together is really, really important. So I know we've had a little bit of gratitude. I like to do a lot of gratitude, so I'm going to do it again. This Shabbat is even more special as we get to recognize some very important people in our congregation. Every month when we have our board meeting, we discuss various topics. While all are important, the report about our education is one that I especially look forward to. Our children are our future, and the programs we have to offer them is inspiring to me. The programs are brought to our children by our teachers that interact with the children every week. So if I could, one more time, could I have the teachers please rise? And your participation and support are worthy of our gratitude. And with that, I ask the congregation to please join me as we say thank you to all of you, our teachers, who we appreciate so much. Thank you. And our Madrechim, our 9th through 12th graders, are also part of the fabric of our Orami teaching community. Their involvement and engagement with the younger children is an integral focus of the education provided here at Orami. So would all the Madrechim please rise. As you all thrive and grow in this community, I'm sure we all agree that you are also worthy of our gratitude. On behalf of Congregation Orami, thank you for your participation in creating a special learning environment. And now, our Madrechim program needs to be cultivated, maintained, and expanded. That can only happen if we have younger members of our congregation who are willing to step up and learn how to be Madrechims. Mitz, please rise. Come on. Let's thank our Mitz, Madrechims in training, for their participation in the Orami learning experience. So Congregation Orami has been fortunate to have many wonderful interns over the years. This year we had some wonderful interns as well. 3 of these interns will be moving on. So we want to say thank you and goodbye. Sarah Rosenbaum-Jones, our Mishpacha coordinator, and Julie Bressler, who ran our fabulous mental health and wellness project, are moving on to other opportunities. And we also want to say thank you, goodbye, and mazel tov to Lori Levine, who will be ordained this weekend as a new rabbi. Lori headed up several projects, including Sukkot Shalom project, helping those facing housing insecurity. Would the 3 of you please rise? Thank you for all you've done to help us at Congregation Orami. Whenever I get a chance, I always want to also acknowledge the people that help me do what I do, and that's our board members and the committee members. So if you are on the board or you're in a committee here at Congregation Orami, please rise. And with that, thank you to all of you, our congregants, who make Orami such a wonderful and special place. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. My name is Noah Diamondstein. I hope I don't make feedback. Great. My name is Noah Diamondstein, and behind me are the wonderful Madrechei Shira, the song leaders in this community. I have been overjoyed and so lucky to work with these young people all year long on developing song leading skills, learning new Jewish music, and learning about how to lead a congregation. Also with the Madrechei Shira is Joshua Friedman, who is a junior? Sophomore. It drives me because you're so tall, that's why. Is a sophomore at high school, but who is also Perfect. Who's also my camper at Kutz last summer, and he's been an amazing help to me in that work. And also Lisa Friedman, who is a former leader of this teen community and who is now at college doing all sorts of wonderful things, I'm sure. This is the part in the service where normally somebody says, please rise and turn to page for Aleinu. But tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. There is an amazing piece of poetry that was included in the Reform Movement's newest Machzor, their book for the high holidays, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. That was included next to the Aleinu. And Dan Nichols was sitting in the pews one day for services on high holidays and saw this poem and was like, wow, that's a beautiful poem. And it's called The Children of the World. And he said, this is great. I'm going to go find where this poem came from. And it turns out it's by this woman who happens to not even be Jewish. But she found this text, this poem that's based on not the part of the Aleinu that you normally sing at the beginning, the whole Aleinu L'Sha, whoa, I didn't do it, you can't prove a thing. Aleinu L'Sha Be'ach, not that part. The part at the end that normally we skip, that talks about Tikkun Olam and the importance of not making the same mistakes as the generations that came before us. And knowing that if we all do our part, eventually we can get to a day when God's name will be one. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu. On that day, yeh Adonai echad, God will be one, u'shmo echad, and God's name will be one. And so this song, this poem, is based on that text. We learned it last week, and we're excited to offer it to you now as our Aleinu this evening. It's called Children of the World. If you figure it out, please sing along. That's sort of the whole point of song leading. It's not performing, it's leading. So sing with us if you can figure it out. May we, the children of the world, not repeat the mistakes of past generations. May we, the children of the world, find a new way of living. May we, the children of the world, use our energy and optimism. May we, the children of the world, have a new vision for this planet. This is the chorus. Listen close now. May we, the children of the world, live in harmony with you, your creation, and each other. May we, the children of the world. Let's try that again. May we, the children of the world. May we, the children of the world, not repeat the mistakes of past generations, of old arguments and ancient battles. May we, the children of the world, find a new way, where the riches of some are not at the expense of others. May we, the children of the world, use our energy and optimism, overcome the barriers and fences of the past. May we, the children of the world, have a new vision for this planet, so that we waste less and save more. May we, the children of the world, live in harmony with you, your creation, and each other.
On that day, you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day, you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day, you'll be one, and your name day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name will be one. On that day you'll be one, and your name. May we, the children of the world.
I'm supposed to tell you 5 things. Here they go. Number 1, the new board of Congregational RME is going to be, there's going to be elections for it on May 29th, and we need 20% of the congregation to either be there or fill out an absentee ballot. Either on that table or right outside the business office there are these Congregation RME absentee ballots. If you are a congregant, part of the partnership of Congregation RME, and you haven't filled one out and you write on Shabbat, please fill one out and vote yes for the slate or no for the slate, and then sign your name, and so that the staff doesn't have to go after you. If you are a part of the partnership at Congregation RME, this is the time to renew for the coming fiscal year. On all your seats is this flyer. If one person from each family that hasn't yet renewed will take it and go like this, fold it this way, and then fold it maybe in thirds like this, and it fits right in a suit pocket or a shirt pocket, a pants pocket, or in a purse. And then when you go home on Sunday, open it back up like this, read it, and do what it says. Then you will have done a mitzvah. And if we have to call you, we love you and thank you, but then your money is being wasted by running after you. So don't let us do that. Okay, that was the second. The third thing is you should live ad mea ve'esrim to 120 like Moses, but not all of us will. However, we have a great relationship with many cemeteries, including Mount Sinai Memorial Park, and the greatest gift you can give to your family is to not have them to have to think about it. So we're having a gathering with me and someone from Mount Sinai to talk about life and death and dying and planning your own funeral. And by the way, if you buy cemetery plots at Mount Sinai, they make a donation after you pay them off to the congregation of $1,000. So think about that. Take care of it now. It is a gift for your family. I'm not sure it's a good Mother's Day present, but that was very funny. But now back into the...
It's a perfect segue into Kaddish.
Thank you. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Perfect segue.
Look, it's life, and there's death, and this is reality, and we face it. And as Cantor Doug sings all the time, particularly at B'nai Mitzvah, we stand on the shoulders of the ones who come before us, and we remember them, and we hold them close, and they inspire us, and they help us move forward into life as we live out the values, their good values. On a very seriously, this week, last Saturday, the Jewish world lost one of the bright lights, one of the giants. Rabbi Aaron Pankin was Rosh Yeshiva, the president and head of Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion, where Rabbi Julie and I, Laurie and our interns all studied and were or will be ordained. He was young, 53 years old, and died in a plane crash, small plane. He was reshaping Reform Judaism with an even deeper connection to Israel, with a deeper connection to Jewish texts, particularly the Talmud, of which he was growing into an incredible scholar. He was a preacher, a teacher, an inspiration. He was supposed to be here. I was supposed to see him tomorrow on Sunday for ordination, as he was to ordain our students, including Laurie. And he was taken before his time. You should go online and just put in head of rabbinic seminary or Aaron Pankin and read the articles and the testimonies about him. He was also a classmate of mine, a good friend of Michelle and me, and we miss him dearly. So we remember him tonight as we say Kaddish, but many of you are remembering your loved ones during this time of Kaddish. As I bring my hand around the room and pass over where you're seated, I invite you to mention their name and their relationship to you aloud. This evening we are remembering May the memories all be for blessing. As we turn to page 294, and together we say, we rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divarach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'galau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam ulolmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shmei d'kudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei Shloma Rabbah min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. I'd like to invite you to put your prayer books back on your seats. I'd like to invite up all of our Triple T students to join us up here on the bima, all our Triple T students and our Madrechei Shira. If you're comfortable, put your arms around the people next to you. If you don't know them yet, say hi, and then put your arms around them. We'll sing Hashkivenu, our nighttime prayer. You guys move up just a little bit. And I'll help you with the words, nothing to worry about. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu.
The shalom. The shalom. V'ha'amidenu shomreinu.
V'ha'amidenu shomreinu.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Ufros aleinu.
Ufros aleinu.
Sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu.
Ufros aleinu.
Sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings.
Shelter us beneath thy wings.
O Adonai.
O Adonai.
Guard us from all harmful things.
Guard us from all harmful things.
O Adonai.
O Adonai.
Keep us safe throughout the night.
Keep us safe throughout the night.
Till we wake with morning's light.
Till we wake with morning's
Teach us daily wrong from right.
Teach us daily wrong from right.
Oh Adonai.
Oh Adonai.
Amen. So we thanked teachers and madrichim. We shouldn't forget to thank Diane Townsend, our bar and bat mitzvah teacher, and Jen Quick somewhere, our youth program manager. Amazing additions to our staff. We want to thank you for being here. We want to say a hearty mazel tov to Julie Bressler's parents. Raise your hand right here. Tell them how great she is later. And Lori's husband, Joe, raise your hand. And her parents, where are they? Right over there. Find them and tell them how great they are. Come to ordination or graduation. Thank you for being part of Or Ami, this place of light and hope as we sing. Shabbat Shalom.